test. Give me your worst and you'll get my best. 'Cause I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. Careful, I'm a lion, don't test my pride. Standing like a mountain, looking the devil right in his eyes. Know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter. I am a fighter.
See, here's the thing, right? I'm getting leaner, feeling better, looking better. But scales ain't going anywhere. I'll do an entire kind of video dedicated towards my real thoughts around that, and I'll kind of incorporate what other people have kind of said to me as well. You look at yourself in the mirror and, you know, you judge yourself. It's either, it depends on what kind of mood you're in, you know? Whether you're in a good mood, whether you're in a bad mood, whether you've had a good day, whether you've had a bad day. And all that can affect the way that you perceive yourself in the mirror, you know, regardless of whether you look the same as you did yesterday or better than you did yesterday. But we'll have a video on that coming soon. What's up guys, Liam here and welcome back to LSJ TV. We are down at UFB for a quick pool day today. We're going to follow up with some cardio, we've got some media work to do in the afternoon, and we've got a recipe to show you. I've been getting a lot of questions about it, especially over the past few days. Which I posted on my stories and people are like, how do you make it? I make it every day, and you guys should know by now. Drop this video a like if you're excited, comment down below, subscribe if you want to. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. So, I think the plan is, in terms of training, over the next kind of 2, 3, maybe even a month, I was going to say weeks, but maybe even a month, keep making the most of straight up just machines. That might seem weird, that might seem bizarre to some. Why aren't you doing a barbell row? Why aren't you doing a deadlift? Actually, I'm doing a deadlift, but anyway, you get my point. Mostly machines, right? Reason being, if you're new here, I actually used to train out of a home gym before I moved here to Birmingham. I used to train out of a home gym with a barbell, with dumbbells, we had a rack, and we had a leg press and stuff, but obviously that is a completely different kind of form of training, a completely different stimulus, right? I am still making progress and seeing results from just doing this, because I haven't done it on a consistent basis before. I used to have occasional workouts in places like this, but I never used to train here on a daily, or in a place like this on a daily. And I am now. And I'm noticing the difference, noticing the results in performance, in just overall physique, kind of how we're looking. Already, I'm noticing those differences. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Might seem a bit bizarre to some, and I get that, because it is a bit really. It's like, why would you just use machines? You're not injured, you have no real reason to. But that is my reason to. So for those of you wondering why I'm kind of tailoring the plan, the summer training plan, to the gym, because it's what I'm doing right now. But that is one of the most important things about your training, is being able to adapt to one, what you want to be doing, and two, what you're going to be enjoying doing, what you're going to enjoy doing. If you don't enjoy it, you won't stick to it. If you don't stick to it, no results. See what I'm saying?
Since the day I was born a fighter, I rise up like smoke from a gun, like a brand new sun.
Well, you know what? Top session that. Sometimes you kind of go into it and think, oh my phone, my car is, there we go. Sometimes you go into it and think, this is going to be rubbish, you know? But that turned out good. turned out good. So we're actually going to head to Tesco now and pick up some stuff for dinner tonight for 1, and for the recipe that I'm about to show you for 2, because I do not have the fundamental ingredient for the recipe to show you. So I've got to pick that up. Otherwise this video will make no sense whatsoever. Drop it a like if you're enjoying it so far though. Alrighty Roo, what are we gonna do? What we are gonna do is go home and get some food, 'cause it's like 3 PM and I've not eaten. Not been hungry, don't know why. Anyway, let's go. So, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the infamous LSJ oats recipe.
Yeah.
What do you need? You need a measuring jug. Why? I hear you say. Measuring jug, that's a measuring jug that's not clean. My bad. I use a measuring jug because I use a lot of water in my oats, right? I don't use milk, I use water for starters, and I use a lot of it, right? So, if you have a bowl the size of this, let's say, look how shallow this is in comparison to this. If you put 60 grams and top it up to 400 grams of water, which is the recipe, right? That pretty much fills this. Whereas I can stick this in the microwave and not have to worry about it bubbling over, because there's nothing worse than messing up your entire friggin' microwave and wasting 60 grams of oats, right?
Agreed.
So, step numero uno. Stick your kettle on. Whilst that is boiling, measure out 60 grams of your oats of choice.
Don't tip them on the floor.
Come on. Come on. Come on. 60! So, whether I am bulking or cutting, this is our plant Dave, by the way. Whether I'm bulking or cutting, I will have this meal every single day, whether it is a higher amount of oats or a lower amount of oats, depending on what I'm eating for the rest of the day. I just kind of adjust the proportions of the ingredients, if you like, oats and water. I adjust that accordingly. So if I'm going to have 50, I'll put a little bit less water in. If I'm going to have something like 70 or 80, which I do sometimes if it's a leg day, very rarely, but I do have more every now and then. More often than not, it's 60 though. So 60 grams of oats, topped up to 400 grams of water, so that makes, well, 1 milliliter. Someone actually told me the other day, a gram of water is a milliliter of water.
I didn't know that.
If you're, yeah, well, exactly. Apparently it's common knowledge.
It's not.
So
Maybe if you bake.
60 grams topped up to 400 grams makes it 340 grams of water,
What?
right? Which is equivalent to 340 milliliters, apparently. So once your kettle is boiled, or near on boiled anyway, it's no biggie, pour it straight in until you get 400 grams. Always be careful, because you can never pour less in, you can never take it out, but you can always pour more in. One mistake that people tend to make is they stick this straight in the microwave, right? Let this smoothen out. You see all these clumps? That's all clumped together, right? You want that to be nice and smooth. All of the clumps smoothened out like so. Spend about a minute giving it some TLC and just tend to it, right? Tend to your oats and spend some time making some oats, your oats, and it will turn out perfect. So, that feels about right. I'm gonna stick this in, quite hot, for about 30 seconds. Once that's done, we'll give it another stir, another 30 seconds. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, because once it's out of the microwave, it still keeps on cooking. So as you guys can see, it has thickened up ever so slightly. We're going to be using the goat, which is salted caramel today. So this one actually makes it a little bit runnier. So we want it to be a little bit thicker than this. I'm going to put it in for another 30 seconds and then we should be around about there. The boiling water does help cook it a little bit quicker, and the fresh box of oats. I know that sounds weird, but a fresh box of oats does always help to cook it a little bit faster. So 30 more seconds and then we're good to go. Okay, so I've set my scales back to 0, just because I like to know how much I'm putting in. I put around about 60 grams in, like that's 1 scoop there, and it's 29 grams, so I put 2 scoops in every day. But I just like to know how much. There's 55, so we'll stick a little bit more in. Obviously this will average out over all the days, like some days it'll be a little bit more, some days it'll be a little bit less. I don't always measure it, but for the sake of today's video, 2 scoops, 60 grams going in. Once we are there, you know what comes next, ladies and gentlemen. We stir and we flip. We stir it in and then we flip it. One more, actually it's gonna need a couple more. I normally do 3. Stir and flip, and you'll know when the time is right to go for it. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how you make the perfect bowl every single time of protein oats. Whether you want to use the salted caramel way, I actually have my cereal milk flavor in here as well. I've been having these 2 on a daily. This bag is nearly gone, and so is that actually. But these are my 2 favorites right now, cereal milk and salted caramel. Anything from My Protein is actually still Impact Week right now, so you can get a whopping 47% off all of the goodies using code LSJ at checkout. That's a bit hard. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. I put some of this on as well. Pink Himalayan sea salt, courtesy of my boy Jamie Oliver. Washed down with some pineapple juice today. I usually have orange juice, but I've been fancying this a lot lately. Just so sweet and lovely. Right, I got some work to do. So regardless of bulking or cutting, shredding or gaining, whatever you want to say, this is a meal that I have. I'm just gonna lie down, I'm tired. This is a meal that I have on a daily basis. Generally speaking, what I will change out in and around, this isn't working, I need to sit up. Generally speaking, what I would change out is like a banana with the meal, or like a more orange juice or something like that, you know, more calories with it, right? Obviously now I'm dieting, and to be honest, we didn't have any bananas. I would have less in that way. But the oats, generally speaking, would stay the same. The oats recipe is perfect. It is beautiful. It fills me up every time, whether I'm bulking or cutting. It keeps me satiated, keeps me full and satisfied, because at the end of the day, I have a really nice salted caramel flavor. I have a really nice chocolate orange flavor. I have that beautiful cereal milk flavor at the minute, you know? LSJ at checkout for Impact Week. You get my point, right? Save the plugs. This is a meal that I've had for years, at least 2 years now, most days. Voluntarily. I'm not bored of it. All you can do is just change around the flavors and stuff. If you get bored of one thing, which if you get bored of salted caramel, we can no longer be friends, okay? But you get the gist. Just change around the flavors, but keep the ratios the same, and you can't go wrong. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you maybe want to try the recipe off the back of this. If you do, let me know. Tag me in an Instagram story or something like that. Just tag me in pretty much anything, especially at the minute, and I will repost. I appreciate all of you guys spreading the word and just, you know, building that momentum for us with the stories and just everything. Like, I've had so many nice messages lately, and I can't thank you guys enough for all of your support, especially throughout Impact Week. You guys have absolutely smashed it. Together we will grow. There is a new YouTube series on the horizon. It will be here in just a few days, if all goes to plan, that is. Anyway, I need to get a bunch of media work done, but I want the first video of the series to be really good, and that takes time. And I've got another kind of project to do. There's lots going on. We're busy bee. Would not have it any other way. However, it does mean that I can't necessarily just start the new series like that, because it takes some thought, you know? I like it to have meaning, and it will do. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, do me a massive favor, drop it a like, comment down below, subscribe if you are new. Thank you all so much for your support. Together we will grow, and I will see you all in the next video.